What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're able to hear me. I thought this would be a good spot, but apparently the through traffic is ridiculous today, so we're going to try it. If it's not good, maybe I'll redo this. So recently I posted a video about the gray man blend in bug out bag, whatever, the Walmart outdoors JanSport type bag that had stuff in it that could also carry like your chest rig or whatever, would allow you to sneak around or get out of an urban environment undetected. And then there's been some videos coming out that have come out recently and some talk in the gram. If you know, you know. And, you know, the conversation has been how this niche that we're in kind of ebbs and flows in and out of the gear and looking cool and going into the gray man and trying to be the best at evading and things like that. And it kind of brought to mind some things that I wanted to go over because I feel like they're important. Unless you're just a young single guy who just really feels the need to go all Wolverines and whatever, and doesn't care about being seen or anything like that, or doesn't care what the people around him think about him. The reality is the majority of us have families and people that we're trying to take care of. That's one of the main reasons we're doing this whole preparedness thing and being a concerned citizen and stocking food and stocking ammo and making sure that we have things so that we can provide a consistent level of living for our family, right? And so the idea that we're always going to go out on patrol or engage in a conflict, or that we're going to engage on every person that we see is ridiculous. I mean, realistically, let's be honest here. The name of the game in all of it, whether you have M81, which is God's Plaid, or Multicam, or Rhodesian, or Tiger Stripes, or whatever, the whole purpose of that is to blend into your surroundings so you're not seen. The whole purpose of being a gray man is to blend into your surroundings so it's not obvious. If you can look like a hobo, look like a hobo, right? The whole point is to get back home to your family. Especially if you're out doing a patrol or something and it's just you or one or two people and you come across anybody, odds are, unless you're spotted, you're not actually going to engage them. You're going to evade them. You might be at a safe distance and watch, but you're going to evade more than you're going to engage. It's METTC, right? It's mission dependent, but the majority of the time, it's not going to be all engaging the enemy and laying hate. It's going to be getting away without being seen. And that kind of leads me into another topic that kind of goes hand in hand with this, and that is everyone gets all their shit together. They go out to the range, they go out whatever, and they shoot, and they want to be the LARPerator guy and just be Joe Cool. I'm going to go out there with my AR and just lay hate on everybody, and I'm going to smoke all the commies and we're going to make this a quick revolution and we're bringing it back for the people, right? But the reality is, the majority of the time, you're not going to be doing that. And in a shit hits the fan situation, the end of the world as we know it, without rule of law, whatever, there are not going to be the box stores or the mechanics or the carpenters or the plumbers or the cooks, or all of the things that we're used to as a first world country having access to. So while it is smart and will do you good to have training, tactical training, to know how to shoot, move, communicate, how to get through the woods without being detected, it would behoove you to have some skills outside of that. And you're not going to be able to learn everything. So that's why it's important to have those types of people in your mag who have the skills that you don't have. Do you know how to weld? Do you know how to construct? Do you know how to plumb? Do you know how to run electricity? Do you know how to cook for a bunch of people? Do you know how to garden? Do you know how to hunt? Like, these are basic things that not very many people are talking about, but are extremely important for survival. Do you know medical? Do you know how to remove a bullet from somebody? Do you know how to stitch up a wound? Do you know how to set a splint? Do you know how to set a bone? Do you know any of that stuff? I mean, I don't know all of it. These are the things that we take for granted that we have to be out here thinking about. Yeah, it's great to look cool. Yeah, it's great to be able to go pew pew. But that's not what it's all about. Being generous, 80% of the time, you're not going to be doing that. You might have it with you. It's smart to have it with you, but you're not going to be doing that. You're going to be doing something else. These things are just as important as knowing how to shoot, knowing how to move, and knowing how to communicate. I'm just your poor everyman out here, and I know there's a lot of you out there who are just like me. And, you know, if you're like me, you get gung-ho on stuff whenever you get into it, and you want to be able to do all the things, and you want to have all the cool shit, and that's great. But we got to know these basics. We got to know all the other stuff too. And we need to be talking about it. We need to be pushing that forward. The more people who know how to do multiple things besides the pew-pew things, the better off we'll be. We've used this statistic a lot, but the CDC says in a shit hits the fan situation, a catastrophe, 90% of the population will be gone within the first year. Why? Because they don't know how to take care of themselves and how to provide for their family. I don't want to see you guys being a part of that statistic. I don't want to be a part of that statistic. And that's why I'm trying to push all the information that I know and all the information that I've learned to you guys to show you that there are ways to do things. But we got to be smart, and we got to know how to do the basic stuff. Hunting, gardening, water collection, heating your home, construction, deconstruction, welding, plumbing, wire, all that stuff is necessary to living. Do you know how to do it? All right, guys. Hope you guys stuck around. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this. I want to see this conversation continue. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the shares. I appreciate everyone who is subscribed. Until next time, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.